Starting off another week here on the channel with Buzzards Bay Golden Flounder, the Flounder Pounder. Yes, indeed. Looking around, I don't know if I totally know what type of beer this is. It's not very obvious from the can, so why don't we figure this out for ourselves and find out all that and more right after the theme song. Welcome into another review on this first week of 2023 with yours truly, Nutmeg to Palmetto, coming to you as always from the Midland studio. As I said before, couldn't find what this was on the can. I'm looking all over. The Golden Flounder. There's a nice little note on it. The Flounder Pounder. Yes, indeed, 1 solid pound of pure golden deliciousness. Your catch of the day. But doesn't say what style it is. So I looked it up on Untappd. And it is actually a golden ale. So that sounds very nice, very soft. I'm interested to see what it tastes like. Speaking of golden ales, that's of course a style. It's a very common mainstream style. It may or may not be the first golden ale on my channel, but it's most certainly not the first ale in general. And if you want to see what I thought of other ales in the past, go to the description, go to the comments below. The first comment is a pinned link to my playlist for all applicable styles to the beer I'm currently reviewing. So in this case, again, this might be the first golden ale that's actually made it to the channel, so the link will be for ales. If you want to see what I just think of generic ales, click that link below. I'll have all my videos I've done in the past from ales. Now this one I got in a Secret Santa exchange that was put on by Common Man Brew Review up in the general central Massachusetts area. Buzzards Bay is from Massachusetts, right on the top of the back of the can. They even put the state border. Mass grown, mass malted. Unfiltered beer is better beer. It makes sense. Please recycle the can. Brewed and canned by Buzzards Bay Brewing in Westport, Mass. Kind of familiar with general Massachusetts geography, but Westport, I'm not exactly sure where that is. This is a 1 pint can, of course. A very low and manageable 4.2 alcohol by volume. The Golden Flounder with a nice big yellow flounder on the front. These Monday reviews lately have been a lot of fish themed. Come to think of it, a little bit on Untappd, actually a lot on Untappd, a lot more than on the can. We set out to brew a nice blonde ale, and through years of trials and tribulations, everyone seems to really like this one. Our classic unfiltered golden ale, brewed with a blend of local barley and white wheat malts, refreshingly hopped with citrusy cascade. Ooh, that makes me think West Coast. Hop aromas of pithy white grapefruit, white flour, and gentle spice. Malt adds fresh-kneaded bread dough character. Overall, crisp, refreshing, pleasing dryness on the finish. a grand total of 4,838 check-ins for a global average of 3.4. So, right middle road, little on the lesser end of middle road. So, I'm still excited to try it because I don't know if I've ever tried Buzzards Bay before. I may have, it's possible, but I'm not totally sure. So, let's not waste any more time and crack this open. This is a really, really pretty color. Get that last little bit in there. And we'll hold that up. It's a nice kind of just light, bright, really soft kind of color. A little bit in a shadow. You can see a little bit of my shadow through it. It's nothing too crazy, but it's still pretty cloudy. Now aroma, I know when not necessarily when I popped it, when I poured it, definitely, I got a bit of a lemon kind of zesty type of note. So let's see what it's like full in. Definitely no lemon. Nope, not at all. Getting a yeasty, weedy aroma, like pretty strong, like weedy Belgian type of aroma, which is odd because it's just a golden ale. It's not, a Belgian or anything. I mean, I guess they're kind of similar families, but a gold is not necessarily a Belgian. You know what I mean? Or even a wheat ale for that matter. But that's what I get most of in the nose, is that weedy kind of. That kind of funky weediness almost, and it's definitely not bad because the can says salty by March 14th, 23. So it's definitely, and that's clear as day on the bottom of the can. So it's definitely not bad. And I got this a while ago, so I mean it's definitely supposed to hold. But it's got that funky weedy aroma. That's what I get a lot of. Well, see what it tastes like, right? Let's not waste any more time. Okay. So this it's got a very familiar taste, I will say that. It's very yeasty. It settles in with that kind of wheat note, wheat profile. There's a little bit of a zestiness to kind of let that wheat kind of work its way through and not be so overpowering or anything like that. It's calm, it's easy to drink. It's not bad. I mean, I can't necessarily say it's can't necessarily say it's my style. But it does have something a little pleasant. It is very easy to drink. 4.2%, it is pretty crushable. You could probably chug it pretty quickly. There's not a lot of hoppy bite, despite the kind of funky aroma it had a little bit. It doesn't taste funky at all. It just got this strange, very strong, not very strong, but kind of strong yeasty flavor to it. That's what you get a lot of. And then the lemon zest kind of helps cut that a little bit. And I don't know if it was, it says get grapefruit, so maybe that's what it is, but it doesn't taste like grapefruit. I mean, grapefruit's a flavor that comes through really noticeably in a lot of beers, a lot of IPAs. Obviously, this is not an IPA, but that tends, I notice grapefruit to come, the grapefruit flavor, whether or not grapefruit's actually instilled in the beer is another story, of course, but that type of flavor, I notice that to be very noticeable. And this one, it's not really that same type of flavor is not noticeable, despite the fact that there's grapefruit in it. It's kind of cuts more like lemon juice, like zest. I mean, it's pretty enjoyable. It's easy to sip. It's crushable. I don't mind it one bit. It's just kind of make my brain work a little bit. And you think for something so light, something so common as a golden ale, that you probably wouldn't necessarily... There it goes. Freaking poker chip. You wouldn't necessarily think that that was what you were going to get out of that. You kind of... You drink something like this, something simple, you don't necessarily think your brain's going to work all that hard on it. You just like, oh, nice and simple. Yep, I recognize this. There it goes down the hatch. Call it a day. I think I'll call it a day. If you like what you saw, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. If you want more ales, don't forget. Go to the comments below. First comment's pinned with a playlist towards all the ales I've reviewed in the past. If you want to recommend a beer to me, or maybe even send me a beer, email me nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. And if you want the rest of my day-to-day nonsense, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram, @nutmeg2palmetto. I'll sip on this, enjoy it, and think on it a little bit more. Cheers, folks. I'll see you next time.